Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa for Breakout Coaching Program. As some of you may know, every week I read one book as part of my one book a week challenge. The reason why I decided to create this challenge is because I realized that a lot of people do not read, and as a result, I don't know if it's their IQ that decreases, but when you have a conversation with someone, with a lot of people that I've been meeting, you realize that they don't really have much knowledge. Most of their life is spent gossiping. It's all about what they're hearing about celebrities here and there, but they're not taking the time to grow and become better. And one of the videos I'm going to do after this one is going to be about the 11 habits that or rituals that billionaires and successful people have. And one of them is to read, because you have to understand, when you read, you nourish your mind, you nurture your soul, like I like saying. So take part of this in this challenge. Follow me on Instagram. I will be posting updates about the books that I'm reading, funny or inspirational quotes that I find in those books. And I'll leave my reviews. I highly recommend that you read at least one book. If you can take that challenge, I recommend it. It's one book a week. I will post links in my description below so you can follow me on Instagram at LifeCoachV. And what I'll do also every week, and this week, this is the book for that. Every week, I will give away whatever book I've read. I will give it to one lucky winner. In order for you to win this book, all you have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it. Because once this video, the video where I'm talking about the book, reaches 100 likes, you get the book. Now, you don't know who's getting the book because I will pick the names at random based on the time when I reach 100 likes. So that's it for this week. It's going to be about The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I read it last week, obviously. This book, I must say, was suggested by Amir Lorate from Instagram. I will post a link to his Instagram page. He has some pretty cool stuff on there. He suggested that I read this book because I said, hey, guys, I think I was reading The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho at the time. And I say, hey, what do you guys suggest? And that was one of the books that was suggested to me, and that was suggested by Amir Lorate 007. Now, this book was written by Don Miguel Ruiz. If you guys don't know who he is a Mexican author born in 1952, and he is a Toltec spiritualist and Toltec Mexican author of spiritualist and neo-shamanic texts. A bit of a mouthful there, but this book, I must say, was truly awesome. I read the Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, which was unbelievably great, but this one, if people that know me can actually relate to this, that I enjoyed a book or a movie or a conversation when it leaves a smile on my face. And that's what this book did. As I was reading it, I kept smiling. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. And so I'm gonna go over some of the quotes that I found in the book, some of the passages that I read and I thought were very inspirational and informational as well. One of them goes like this: it's not the stars that create light, or rather light that creates the stars. This has such a deep meaning because, see, when you think of on a scientific level, you're talking about the Big Bang, right? What is it? It's an explosion. It's a flash of light, and it's light that actually propagated and created the universe. Now, if you want to take it to a little bit more religious level, when they tell you that it was the word was made into flesh, was made real, it's as if they're telling you that there was this part before matter came into existence. There had to be some sort of energy. Now, take it on a little bit of the esoteric level. You're always told that everything is energy. Even Einstein figured it out. Everything around us is energy. And there is this theory or the story of the creation where there was light at the beginning. Well, obviously, first they tell you that there was divinity at the beginning. Then it created light, and light kept on condensing, becoming denser and denser. And when you study quantum physics or quantum mechanics, you actually, with the string theory, you understand that at the base of everything, there is only energy. And there are just different levels of vibration of that energy. And the faster that energy vibrates, the denser things become. So you go from light to thoughts to how do you call that? Then you go to clouds, then you start getting a little bit of matter, then you get things like water, H2O, until you get to the point where you get things that are very dense and heavy, such as lead or deuterium, like those kind of elements. So this relates to all that, and it's a simple book with very simple very simple mode of speech that's very easy to understand. However, it touches on some very deep truths. Here's another one. Everything in existence is a manifestation of the one living being we call God. Human perception is merely light perceiving light. Do you understand this? Like, if you could take the Bible, for instance, right? You're reading Genesis, and it tells you that the beginning was the Word, blah, blah, blah. And then that you get to a point where they tell you that God created man at his own image. And you pair that with the idea that everything is in existence, a manifestation of the one living being we call God. So that's closely related. Now, look at the previous passage in the book that tells you that it is light that creates the stars, not the other way around. And we're all told that we're made of star stuff. You understand? So at the end of the day, this is just telling you that you are that light, you are that consciousness, you are a manifestation of that one living being, which is God. You, my friend, are God. You are divinity. You have it within you. It's not something out there in the sky. It's within you. It's you. You are part of the universe or God. And just like they explained to you that the universe or the universe is holographic, which means that if you don't know how holograms work, when you take a hologram and you break it down into smaller pieces, each piece contains the whole. And Jim Carrey had given us very interesting talk about this, where he said, I am the Super Bowl, I am the universe. And I think a lot of people are waking up and realizing that we have it all within us. Like they say, again, quoting the Bible, because that's the ones I'm most familiar with. The kingdom of God is within you. It's in you. That's why I keep saying to people, you have the power, not the government, not people outside. You. Next one is, to be alive is the biggest fear humans have. I could relate to this so much. That is not the biggest fear we have. Our biggest fear is taking the risk to be alive. Why does he say that? Well, most people want to remain comfortable. They don't want to get out of their comfort zone. They try to stay in the same environment. That's why they don't grow. And as a result, like I was telling my friends the other day, so when you're in your deathbed, you're going to remember all the parties you went to, all the girls you slept with. What about, because I was asking them to go skydiving with me, and they kept saying, no, we're too scared, we don't do that stuff. Well, what are you doing with your life? You know, you're not saving money, you're not investing money, you're not, you don't have a business, you're not traveling the world, you're not exploring, you're not even reading a book a week. So what are you doing? At the end of the day, that's what it is. We're scared of living, because if we take a step to actually explore and let our minds be stretched by new experiences, then we will be living. And most people are scared of that. Anyway, one of the ones that I really enjoyed, one of the quotes from the book was, we have learned to live by other people's points of view because of the fear of not being accepted and of not being good enough for someone else. Let me give you a little moment to let that sink in. We've learned to live by other people's opinions because we're scared. We don't want them to reject us. And he goes even further, because in the book, what the author explains is that we're the ones putting the limitations on ourselves because we've made agreements that we need to behave in a particular way so that other people can accept us. Because for us, that's what matters, right? Here we go. Your whole life, nobody has ever abused you more than you have abused yourself. And the limit of our self-abuse, right? Listen to this clearly, is exactly the limit that you will tolerate from someone else. In other words, the way you're willing to treat yourself, to think about yourself, you will allow other people to do that to you. If someone abuses you a little more than you abuse yourself, you will probably walk away from that person. And that's what we do. If we feel like, hey, this is too much, that's because we don't feel comfortable with it. We feel like, hey, I wouldn't do that to myself. Subconsciously, we have a self-talk. And I posted a quote on Facebook saying, be careful of your self-talk because it affects how you live. And a lot of us have a very negative self-talk. So if that self-talk is already negative, we accept it from others. But the moment that they go beyond how negatively we speak to ourselves, then we have a problem with it. Interesting, right? Now, here's another one. Religions talk about sin and sinners. But let's understand what it really means to sin. A sin is anything that you do which goes against yourself, such as changing yourself to be like other people or accepted by others. Everything you feel or believe or say that goes against yourself is a sin. You go against yourself when you judge or blame yourself for anything. Being without sin is exactly the opposite. When you are impeccable, you take responsibility for your actions, but you do not judge or blame yourself. The biggest judges of ourselves are ourselves. We blame ourselves more than other people do, and that's the reason why we feel sad and depressed all the time. Because someone could tell you, hey, you're fat. What's going on with you? You gained so much weight. And what we do is we actually accept that. We internalize it, and then we start thinking to ourselves, I'm fat. That's the reason why we feel bad. Someone said a long time ago, it isn't the bite of the snake that kills you, it is a venom that keeps flowing through your system. Now, you can interpret this many ways. I interpreted it as, hey, you need to forgive people, don't hold grudges. However, at the same time, don't internalize what they are attacking you with, because once you do, then that's when you start actually limiting yourself and you're not able to achieve breakout. And that's why I came up with this name for my coaching program, because that's what I help people do. Break out of your limiting beliefs. Change those agreements that you've made with people and society. Another one, which is the last one actually, and that's one that I thought was very meaningful. Listen to this clearly. Often when you go into a relationship with someone you like, you have to justify why you like the person, right? We all do it. We say, okay, she's pretty. Oh, he has a great personality and so forth, right? You only see what you want to see, and you deny that there are things that you don't like about that person. That's what happens when we're in love. We don't see all the flaws. All the flaws become beautiful. Then you say, then he says, then you make assumptions, and one of the assumptions is, my love will change the person, because whenever there are things that we don't like, we notice them, right? We just keep saying to ourselves, oh, he's gonna change or she's gonna change because he or she loves me. This isn't true. Your love will not change anybody. If others change, it's because they want to change, not because you can change them. See, that's just giving you a glimpse into what this book talks about. It's amazing. It's the language is very easy to comprehend, and it talks about truths, and those are the things that touch us. You know, when people read those kind of books or they watch movies such as this, they feel motivated, energized, they laugh, or sometimes they even cry, because this will ring true with a lot of people. So go get the book. However, before you do get the book, make sure you like this video and you share it. Once we hit 100 likes, one of those 100 people will receive this book of mine for free. I will do this every week, and my aim is to get you guys to read one book every week with me, because this way you will be able to achieve a breakout. Anyway, this is Vanessa again with the Breakout Coaching Program. Video was about Don Miguel Ruiz's the four agreements. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you can find more videos like this one. I'll see you guys next time.